The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.
I'm writing this letter to a man I respect so much. His name Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB. I did follow your message, like a woman reply. I don't listen to your Simon, no, like a Simon Peter. I did see you for my vision, no, like a television. You did fight for my freedom, oh, according to wisdom. I'm writing this letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. I pray you read my letter. I'm writing this letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. You be my leader, you be my middle, you be my teacher. Oh yeah, you be lecturer, you be professor, philosopher. Oh yeah, you be tarot, you be great preacher, you be great prophet. You be my riddle, you be president, ambassador. I'm writing this letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. I'm writing this letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. I'm writing this letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. I pray you read my letter to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB. You be my leader, you be my middle, you be my teacher. Oh yeah, I'm writing.
the radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafor is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day you shall. He is, of course, standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader. His name is Mazi Nande Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Abia State. Mazi Nande Kano is the director of Radio Biafra. He is the director of Biafran Television. He is the leader of IPOB. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State. That having been said, we continue to acknowledge the creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, who for almost 6 decades, considering the plight of our people, raised up a man and gave him the privilege, the grace to speak on behalf of all of us. Because without him, Nigeria has ended up destroying everything that is left of us. And so I will acknowledge him. Umeturu mo biebere dike ogosiri mo biebere dike o ogosanyi o biebere mgbe anya dike chiomanyi o ogosiri anyi o biebere mgbe dike o. He showed us his great mercy when we are not strong. Our Father, he showed us his great mercy when we are not strong. Ya haiji jaja ya mao makanezioku nobu somai ihunanya ya nenage obioma ya o juru anyanya dadio inwe gimgbangwe o odi onye dikage ebu wafa no omega anyị niile na asị na n'ịdị mma o ise. And of course, as always, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic this evening. On this very segment, our team remain back to your root. I keep emphasizing it because not until you bring your mind down and look at the things around you, this very world have been so demonized that a lot of black people are not willing to embrace it. They fear their root. Because we fear our root. Blacks are the only people who want to look like Caucasian. Blacks are the only people who want to look like the Asians. Blacks are the only people who want to look like the Europeans. Blacks are the only people, if possible, they will want to look like animal. But yet, they are not proud of themselves. And honestly, I'm very proud. I'm part of those who understand the need for them to go back to their root. I am black. And believe me, if I were to be on television right now, most of you will be adjusting your screen, your color setting. But of course, the day you see me on television, do not adjust your color setting because I am black as charcoal. And of course, you know, we don't apologize for that. You hardly see a European man trying to be like a black man. Why? Because they understand their root. And so what we are trying to do on this segment is trying to manage the situation. Damage control. So that at the end of the day, whatever tomorrow brings, whatever challenges that stares you in the face, you will see your ancestors whispering back to you because they never left us in the first place. They have always been with us. And so when we say go back to your root, it goes beyond your imagination. Only in true light of sincerity you could embrace them. And our topic is a continuation of yesterday's topic, which simply was and is the purpose of parable with our ancestors. And I remember vividly well that I reminded us about figures of speech as conveyed by our ancestors. We have the parable, we have the idiom, we have the adage, and of course, outside the normal way of communicating. We looked at the purpose of parables. And I'm happy most of us would have gone back to parables, because you never know how much wisdom that will be resurrected from within you to be able to understand and read the signs of everything around you. Because in them, I can tell you the true meaning of life is hidden in them. This evening, we will proceed to consider other means of communication by our ancestors in regard to figures of speech, which will lead us to the idiom and the adage. Now, when we talk about communication, everybody must understand the power of communication. If we have to digress a little bit and go back to the Bible, you will understand that God would not have created anything except through his word. The Bible says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And God said, let there be light. God said, let there be light. And so as we talk on Radio Biafra, as we speak to our situation and circumstance, the enemy does not have choice than to begin to beg for shelter. And that is why when I see people with this very weapon, undermining their own people, this very weapon, using it for negative purposes, I can only pity you. But that having been said, the world was created by word. The world is still being sustained by word. And the world will be destroyed by the same word. Okwano. And that is why one of our late brother, his name is Okwano Buike, if I'm not mistaken. Okwano. Our ancestors configured the words of their mouth. Configured the words of their mouth. That from one single comment, it resurrects millions of revelation for those who are willing to learn. And so when we are on this segment looking at certain issue, my brother, don't look down on it. It is going to save you one day. And of course, we go straight ahead to the idioms. Idiom. You see, you could talk about proverb, you could talk about parable, you can talk about idioms, you can talk about adage. In our own dialect, all of them boils down under one name. In my place, they will say, Orak Bite, Erak Bite. And then in the Igbo dialect, I just forgot what they call it. It's just one name. But under this one name, it conveys three different ideas within it. And so do not be confused when you are a Biafran and I'm talking about parables, idioms, and adage. They are all the same. They fall under the same category with little variations. And that is why we are here this evening. We are going to continue from the idioms this evening. And if I may tell you, or rather explain what idiom means, idiom simply means a group of words established by the usage of having a meaning which is not deducible for those individual words. These words, its usage and meaning are not, or rather opposite of the message you are trying to convey. I just don't know how to break it down in English, but when idiom is used, it helps you to begin to talk something, whereas the true meaning of what you are saying is at the opposite side. I do write. I complicate every writing I make. And so if you are out there reading my post, don't come there and show me level of intellectual, because you don't have idea what I'm doing. If I am out there writing, read it and take the wisdom you understand and move ahead. Because every single word there convey more than 100 information. Depending on the direction you are coming from, I talk to you with one word and it echoes back and re-echoes back 100 times over. That is because I know my audience cannot be restricted. As I am broadcasting right now, some people are monitoring me to cause Yoruba, so that they say, oh, leader, Onyibe disobey you. But we have grown past that stage. And then there are some people who are here because they want knowledge. And you shall get that knowledge. And there are some people who are here because they feel we are entertaining them. But I tell you the truth, whatever the purpose you are listening to Radio Biafra is concerned. In fact, some people are listening to see our fault, our problem. All of you are welcome, as far as you maintain your territory. What am I trying to say in effect? The same way when I write with the same message, I talk to the saboteur, I talk to the botaswa, I talk to the genuine people, I talk to evil people. Kanjo hilandia randia mawele chane enyagwa woku. Because in the end, this is all we can do. My mother has always asked me to pray in my life. And that very prayer, I never know what it means until now. And now you may not understand, and actually I don't expect you to understand. Because if you cannot open your mouth and tell them what you are doing, they will kill you. They will finish you. And so our ancestors understand you may not have the privilege of releasing every word needed to deliver you in a particular circumstance. They gave us this method of communication. Onyibe man knew this. So when they invaded Africa, some people have words so powerful that when they speak, they can command a soldier that they know nothing about. And so what do? They change their mouth. The same way they are using coronavirus to make us tie our mouth. Do you know some slaves were actually having their mouth padlocked so that they will not speak? Because when they speak, according to the Bible, we are for peace. But when we speak, they are for war. But how do they make this comment? One of the greatest weaknesses of Moses was that he was a man with few words. But don't forget, the few things he said, he still govern most of the principle that rules the world today. Now, having tried to explain the meaning of idiom, it is important we understand what is idiom. And of course, when our lines are open, give me one idiom that you know. It is idiom. Most of us know idiom based on, do I say, it comes in form of child's play. And like children would say, for instance, let me look at one idiom. It can say, I am an object. I carry water inside me. Even though I can be found up in the heaven, but yet I am able to bend down and fetch water and hide it inside me. And if this water breaks and pour away, nobody can refill it back again. Not even me, who is the owner. You see, I have just tried to explain something. We can be 100 people here. And I say, what is the meaning of the idiom I have given to you? And of course, if you are listening to me, when my line is open, you understand the meaning of that idiom, be at liberty to tell me. Because you get to a certain stage and situation, you don't need to talk directly to people. In those days when we were growing up as children, and if you grow up with a guy man father, you will know there is problem. And so when my friends come to our house, they want to whisper to us, let's go and play. And my father is there, they won't have the boldness to say, let's go and play football. So we develop our own language. I still remember it vividly well. Children from neighboring compound will come and they will look at us and say, Jaguratanya. I will say, nya, nya, nya. We are simply communicating. Let us go and play ball. I say, yes, I am coming. They will just walk away. My father will not know what is happening. Immediately he turned his head. Pure, we run away. But if we have something doing, we cannot go and play ball. When our neighbor come and say, Jaguratanya, we will not answer. Then they will respond. The hippo, the gara, they say, and we respond. They say, the gara, the hippo. We will make you they go today, oh no good, oh. Paul, no go let us come out. And our father will be looking at us. But of course, after a while, he understand we were communicating. So when we talk again, oh boy, the hippo, the gara, they say, my father will respond. The gara, the hippo, they say. He don't know what we are saying, but he knows it's coded. Until the day we told him what we were saying. He said, if you people show me you are too smart, I will show you that I have been smart before you were born. Even as children, we could communicate in such a way to distract our parents. Imagine where you live in the midst of your enemy. Imagine how much will you need these languages. They are all there in the Bible. Cast thy bread upon the water. For the many days when you come back, you will still meet it in the same place. For when you cut a tree down, though it may fall to the north, to the east, or to the west, but where the tree is hewn down, that same position you will see that. That is in your ecclesiastic. These were not ordinary words. They go beyond words. Of course, I cannot go deep in there in this very study, but I will just throw light for you to understand the need why you make use of those words. I made just one idiom. That is to enable you understand. I don't want to pass the name of what I want to tell you. I want you to go to market. When you get to market, buy me something that look green in nature. But when you break it, it draws inside. You just describe something opposite what you are looking for. And people will begin to say, I am an object. In the morning, I walk with 4 legs. In the afternoon, I walk with 2 legs. And then, in the evening or at night, I walk with 3 legs. What am I? It can come in different ways. I am an object. In the morning, I walk with 4 legs. And then in the afternoon, I walk with 2 legs. And then at night, I walk with 3 legs. What am I? I just gave 2 main idioms. And of course, I will want somebody very brilliant to respond to this when you call in. And if I remember, by the time I come back, before we round up, I will of course respond to you. And so when your ancestors communicate to you in this manner, there may be people there, but they do not expect them to understand, except a wise man will understand. Makenebe ndi nwenedi inora egonte odundi money where adon yakondi nwele ni nedi na amu edwodon. Honestly, we will come to a stage where we don't need to talk. They just may pimp. The next person know what you are saying. I want you to look at us. We are the ones shouting in Nigeria. Do you know Fulani don't talk? Do you know Fulani don't talk? And why is it that Fulanis don't talk? They have been able to perfectly configure themselves. All they need to do is to go to mosque on Friday. Everybody falls in place. Fulani look another Fulani look another Fulani. They have settled it. They know what they want to do. It's almost applicable to every other tribe in Nigeria outside the Biafrans, because they have been communicating. We have not been communicating. Now maybe you begin to understand. When they say move, somebody is going to ask, how do you say we should move? You want to kill us? And where are you asking us to move to? And who are you to tell us to move? because we do not understand these languages. Sometimes we need to manufacture our own languages. Our ancestors were so wise. That is why we have different language in Biafra land. Almost every home have their own language with means of communication in order not for their privacy to be invaded. And so you come to this house, they are speaking Urubu. You go to another house, they are speaking Isoko. You go to the next house, they are speaking Igbo. You go to the next one, they are speaking Akwa Ibom. It's not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of people with unusual knowledge and understanding. Wisdom behind the comprehension of men. And those who couldn't do that are the one destroying your language until there is nothing left again. And so idiom, I must tell you, is a means to help us develop our IQ. It is not just conversation, but it is a conversation that is designed to help us develop our IQ. IQ. It helps your brain to think faster. You think faster. When you give a child an idiom, the child will begin to think. They begin to calculate. The more they try to dig out the answer to your question, the more their blood in their vein is running faster. The more they think about more than 100 objects upon their mind in a single moment. They must get it. They all look similar anyway, but they are not the same. It helps you to develop your IQ. Many people don't have IQ. Very dull, very low one. Their IQ is very low. Let me tell you something. When you set 3 children before you, use math as example to test their IQ. Ask 3 of them, 2 times 7. One of them will pick up immediately. Pim. It gives you the answer. 14. And then you ask them another one. 14 plus 6. You will notice there is one among them. Before 3 seconds you ask the question, he will respond 20. And then there is another one that will say, They all know the answer. But their capacity to exonerate the speed of their mind capacity to think is not on the same frequency. Honestly, I can stand here and say, begin to ask me times. My method of projecting the figures to arrive at the answer, it's amazing. But I am not more brilliant than the person that is slow when it comes to math. Because the knowledge or the formula applicable to mathematics is not the same applicable to English language. And so what I'm trying to say in effect, all of us have sense. But those who dwell in this bowel of wisdom from our ancestors, in the guise of proverb, in the guise of parables, in the guise of idiom or adage, they operate above the frequency of any other ordinary man. To develop your IQ, go back to your root. Go back to your root and learn idiom. I gave 2 examples of idiom. And I'm believing that those who still have traditional IQ, not Onyibe IQ, when our lines are open, tell me what I said, and then you take your own there. We go to the second one, which is the adage. The adage, I could say, is a form of short proverb. The adage is a form of short proverb. Statement expressing a general truth. A short statement that is meant to generate, that is release complete truth. Nothing more, nothing less. An adage, I must tell you, is a vocal expression of experience, culture, and tradition. In other words, adage is a vocal expression of your experience, your culture and your tradition, which is the truth. Adage. Additional age experience. Adage. Ordinala. Adage. Experience. Being expressed vocally. They say experience is the best teacher. People who use adage, they tell you that thing you are trying to do, we have been there. Learn from us. Nwata agwaneje ebu ebimbo. Nwata agwaneje ebu ebimbo. That is an adage. That is an adage. That is an adage, I must tell you. Adage, like I said, could easily be explained as a vocal expression of our experience. Vocal expression. Now understand the three aspects of figures of speech of our ancestors we have studied. They are all separable, inseparable. That is a dogma in the Christian field, you know. When they say something is separable, inseparable, it simply means that though they are separately different, but it's almost impossible to separate them. In as much as one can argue convincingly that they are separate things, another could also argue that they cannot be separated. And so when we talk about adage, somebody now talks to you based on experience. When you are strolling with your father or you are on a journey with your father, you cannot tell your father, this is where we lived before. No. It's your father that will tell you, son, this is where we used to live. These are adage. This authority can only come based on experience. Experience makes them to understand that it is not everything that your eyes see that your mouth must say. And so sometimes you are forced to say certain things, but you reserve yourself. All this knowledge proceed based on experience, culture, and tradition. They call it adage. It's not for children. But only the children who are willing and obedient to harness from its fruits, they are the one that goes far in life. If you are listening to me, you are a successful man. You don't know proverb. You don't know adage. You don't know idiom. I will tell you, you are a thief. I'm not insulting you. You are a thief. Because you can't have this IQ that enables you to succeed, except you understand this anointing from our ancestors. Of course, we have different rich people. Once you don't know this parable, adage, idiom, brother, you are a Nigerian politician. That is how you made your money. Because you may not use them every day, but they live within you. And they bring out the best in you. They bring out the best in you. Today, when you are telling some people, this is what is going on, this is what is going on, they are telling you this is what is ongoing, this is what is ongoing. Whether it is going on or it is ongoing, are they not the same? But would they learn? And that is when our ancestors will say, well, with these words, if we are able to harness its potential, we don't need to be talking here. We don't. A single word reveals the whole truth to us. They tell you things that happens around us. They open your eye to see the truth. And so without a single word, you know where they are coming from. And certainly you know where they are going to. What am I saying tonight? Every Biafran child should go back and find out the role these words of wisdom played within our communities and by our ancestors. Maybe you begin to reason normal. in those days, those who were brought up in the village, of course, all of us must not be brought up in the village, but those who are brought up rather by a father, a true mother, true parents, they are unusually great. They respect others. They respect others. They respect senior. We were taught to respect senior. Uncle. We were taught to respect uncles. Today, that respect is almost disappearing. You now see some children, you go to their house, he say, hi. You serve hi. Why will you tell me hi? Am I the most high God? Or am I high with Igbo? Hi. What is high? You greet me very well. Maba, man, keep the hi to yourself. It's because these people do not understand. They don't know these parables. They don't know this idiom. They don't know this adage. Somewhere we will need this way to communicate. The mystery about it is that strangers don't learn it. Strangers don't learn parable. There are a lot of people who speak your language now, but challenge them, they cannot speak parable. Because their culture is not your culture. Their tradition is not your tradition. There are Fulani, there are Hausa, there are Yorubas that can speak Igbo dialect. But they truly cannot make parable with Igbo language. Why? Because they are not connected to your culture and tradition. They may go and begin to learn it now. But I tell you, if they succeed, by then, they will not be Yoruba, Hausa, or Fulani. They would have become Igbo man by then. Because in learning somebody's language, you are only interested in communicating. And that is all. And now you see if we can make proper use of it. Go and listen to others who talk in parable. When they talk, they keep everybody in confusion. I understand in those days in one meeting held in London, Ojukwu having the privilege to address some Europeans there, did not know how to communicate these parables to them because they were speaking big English. According to how I was told by my parents, they said he stood up and said to them, anyway, coconut is good for Akakpolism. Till today, Onyibe is still looking for the meaning of coconut is good for Akakpolism. This is idiom I must tell you for God's sake. We will get to a stage where we will tell ourselves, the hippo, the gara, they say, and then you're going to respond. The gara, the hippo, they say. And then I'm going to say to you, Jagrata wa, you self you're going to say, Jagrata wa. Believe me, there is more for us to benefit from the knowledge of our ancestors, from the wisdom, because the journey ahead of us is truly long, and all of us must be ready in every way possible, imaginable to us. I'll be back in a minute.
We need to go, we need a freedom, we need a Biafra restoration. United Nations declare them wanted because they want to kill us, they want to wipe us, they want to finish us. Hey, mockers, they are the cheats, thieves, and the criminals. Buhari, you are the one. Boko Haram, we know you. Israel, you are there. Support United Nations to declare them wanted. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill us all. They are the one to go around. They can't stop Biafra. They are the babus and the monkeys. The people that decide they're liars. They are the babus and the monkeys. They want to kill us. No way. Biafra will stand. There's no going back. 'Cause we are the will of God. Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. You need a gun, you need a weapon, you need a worship. Muhammad Buhari, you are the one, you are very bad, we know you. You need a gun, you need a weapon, you need a worship. Muhammad Buhari, what is your mind? Oh, Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are your mind, 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 soldiers in the zoo, think very well, reason very fast. Come and join us now. Biafra is very real. Navy in the zoo, police in the zoo. Come and join us now. Biafra is very real. They want to Islamize. Come and join the Biafra now. Come and join a better place. Mohammed Buhari, you are the failure to Nigeria. Mohammed Buhari, you are the Boko Haram, we know. Isoko Ahaba Ijo, we are all Biafra. Ibibio Shekiri, we are all Biafra. Afik, we are Biafra. The Igbos, Igala, Igwocha, we are all Biafrans. Nobody can stop us now. Nobody can stop Biafra now. Come and join us. Biafra is real. They want to Islamize us. They want to kill. We are the ones. The Boko Harams. Mohammed Buhari, the president of the zoo. You are a failure. You cannot stop us now. We know you. We know you. Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are your mind, Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. You are your mind, Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop propaganda. Stop hypocrisy. Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah. Stop imposture. Stop Abbas, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070815 45642. 070815 45642. That is our WhatsApp number. And then our direct line is 08122152971. 08122152971. The special number for the female is 08128858614. Special number for the female is 08128858614. And of course, you are free to call in and make your own contribution. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp.
Onyibe, good evening from here.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
My name is Onyibe Kachimba. I'm calling from Aba. I want to say a very big thank you to you. You are doing a great job. To our leader, Martin Namdi Okukanu. our deputy director, Mazuchoka for MEC4, the man who said that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. I say a very big thank you to all of you. Let me make a little contribution. Yes.
Of course, I think I lost that caller. Caller on the line.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. George Onyibe.
Good evening,
God bless you.
And you too. Go ahead, please.
Yes, the first question that you asked was coconut. The coconut that carry water and go up.
Are you old school?
No. The second question that you asked is a human being. When you are a child, you crawl with your 2 legs and your 2 hands. When you are walking, you go with your 2 legs. Then when you are old, you use 1 stick and you are older. That is the second question.
Perfect.
God bless you.
God bless you, my sister. Perfectly correct. Both of them correct. Thank you very much for your contribution.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Continue with your work. The Lord will grant us our petition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, if I will throw more light into the answer of our sister, the second idiom that I gave was a man. A man, when you are born, you crawl. That is the 4 leg. And then when you are a youth, that is your afternoon. You walk with 2 legs. And evening or night is when you are old. You go with walking stick. Your 2 leg and walking stick is the 3 leg. This is a man. And by the time they begin to use this idiom to advise you, nwata unkonera makiten buta makoge finai. Ala unkun po toton kikeji toton lipo. Maka no ganya si irukuo. Onwano ekeye ni yeka o. They refer you in between the season of life as a human being. They don't need to begin to narrate the whole story. With idiom they tell you. And you can see our sister, God knows where she was calling from, but she was able to know what I was trying to say. He had the secret there, and she communicated it at the same time. Knowing fully well we were talking about coconut. Only coconut can burn down fresh water, take it all bare and seal it. And when you spill the water, nobody can bring it back again. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
I'm there. Good evening, sir. Mazi George Onyibe, my Africa rep.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Mazi. My name is Ekweme Okechukwu. I'm calling from Ghana. Mazi George Onyibe, I've been today making it, this month making it 1 year. I've been trying online to get you. I'm not be getting you. So it's a privilege to me getting you tonight. I would like to say thank you very much because I've been following our leader Mazinam the Okukano right from 2014. But due to one thing and the other, I was not a member of IPOB since then. So it's only last year, 2019, that I reached you via WhatsApp that you directed me here in Ghana, whom I contacted that make me to be a member of IPOB today. So I must say thank you for that. For today's program, I can say I came late. So let me just use the privilege to thank you for making to be a member of IPOB. For today's program, I can say I don't have any idea on that. So I will keep on listening in order to learn more about the adage that you just put on this evening.
Thank you
very much.
We must continue, my brother.
Yeah.
Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Good evening, my good brother, George Onyibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
May my God continue to bless you, George Onyibe. George, please continue to give us those parables. We are listening. We are listening. May God bless you. You are a true son of the Father. God bless you. I'm lacking the word with which to praise you and praise the God who created you. May God bless you. George, may God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you, George Onyibe. God be with you. Yo, Koma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Onyibe. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. When you call us, please give us idiom, parables, enlighten us because we need it. Go ahead, my sister. Call on WhatsApp.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, sir. My name is Wada Nkechinyere Jen Wachiku. I'm calling from a boy province. Our sister have already answered the questions you threw.
Of course,
so
you can tell us your own, ask us the question. Okay. Somebody can answer it. Go ahead.
Okay, my own question is this: you have I will put my own this way. Who can tell me the very particular thing? Everybody knows how goat shit looks like. There is an object that carried the goat shit and climbed to the tree, and he could not allow anybody to come and take it back from him unless by force. So which object does that kind of a thing? Then in the place of the adage you said, based on my experience, there's these things we say in my place. Maybe somebody wants to play the smart one. You will just tell the person, hold on. That fowl you hold the chick. I am the one that sold the mother. Meaning that all those things, France, you want to play, that we have already played it and I know where you are heading to. And there's another one they normally say that, gizzard of a fowl. Let me put it in my language. I think na obuna ngokoko na obuna eki agbawate I think oga kanni. Meaning that when you are growing up like this, you see yourself being tall. You will think that I will do more than my colleagues, or I will do more than my mother or my father. So they will use that adage to you if you are doing too much. When they give you that adage, you will now know that what you are doing is not the right one. You have to call yourself to order and put yourself together. So let me watch to know whether anybody will answer my own question as I'm listening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
keep on with your good work.
Thank you very much, Ada. And of course, those who are listening to us, who understand those parables, adage, and idiom, of course, you are free to call in and tell us what our sister Jane has just said. Let me tell you, there is a difference between being educated and having sense. They are not the same. Our ancestors did not go to school, but they have sense. In this very generation, we have a lot of people who are graduate, but they don't have sense. They have certificate. So many of them, PhD, QQQ, LLB, they are educated. Yes, but they don't have sense. It is possible to be educated and you don't have sense. The same way our ancestors were not educated, but they have sense. Maybe you begin to understand what we are trying to do here. So don't show me your degree, show me your sense. Are you still there, caller on the line?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ogochukwu, calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
Woman is also blessed by the bless my leader, bless my for, bless my deputy, bless my coordinator, bless you, bless your wife and your family for me. Mother, thank you for your teaching this night. You know, this Bible, right? You know our culture. That is one of our culture. Then, as I listen to you this night, the parable that you say, to the parable, you are teaching in the morning, I walking with the 4 legs. In the afternoon, I'm walking with the 3 legs. In the night, I'm walking with the 2 legs. Coming to answer that question, meaning, as if you born children, if you born 5, the child will walk the leg and the hand. In the time boy, our culture, they call it Igbo. They walk with the leg and the hand. That is in the morning, walk with the 4. Then in the afternoon, walk with the 2. That 2 means where you will now walk with the 2 legs. That is, I will walk with the 2. Then in the night, I walk with the 3. That means when the person will become old, then we add the stick. That stick with your 2 legs, you make it 3. That is, I'm in the morning, I walk with the 4 legs. In the afternoon, I walk with the 2 legs. Then in the night, I walk with the 3 legs. That's 6. I make it 3 legs. This is how our culture are answering the parable. I like this parable that you are teaching us this night. Because parable is in Igbo. Our people say that that is parable. What is new? You know, when old people are gathering, they always use that. They always use inu that talking. Hausa people are speaking Igbo. Yoruba people are speaking. They cannot speak parable. They cannot. They don't know how. They don't know what is parable means. It's an Igbo as Igbo now. We know what is parable. Even if small children now, there's some parable they use the small children. They will understand what parable is. That makes us an Igbo. That makes us Biafra. That makes us who we are. Thank you for your teaching this night. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Of course, that is a Epileptic Network. Let me see if I can still get him back. Okay, you are here. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Hello. Good evening.
Go ahead, your name and where you calling
Yeah,
from?
my name is Napoleon Onyeka Onoha. My name is Napoleon Onyeka Onoha. I'm calling from Netherlands. I'm from Umuri. Umuri is Amimo. Amimo is in Keduru. Keduru is Farland.
Go ahead.
Yeah, concerning the dish that our sister just. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, concerning the hard day, I said concerning the goat shit that climb to that the goat shit in a tree is pawpaw.
Okay,
When you pluck pawpaw, when you pluck it out,
there is good shit inside.
yeah, when you pluck it out, yeah, there is goat shit inside.
That is good. You see, I just learned that now. But I understand every of this communication convey a very powerful wisdom. And that is why the Bible says, in all that getting, get wisdom. Thank you very much. And I believe, in fact, our sister is clapping for you already alongside with other people. Congratulations. Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you for the good work that you are doing for us. Yeah. Bye from here.
Yes. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Of course, he's listening to the radio device. That is why she can't hear me. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from?
Mr. Thank you, Sir George Onyibe. My name is Pauline Sumbono. I heard from Okwabo Okofe in Ezini Tembise. So I'm thanking you for the good work you are doing for us. I thank our leaders, our spring leader, Mazi Nandekalo, and also our deputy leader, George Uchemefo. I say, may God bless you all.
Unfortunately, we lost that very caller, but we will proceed to take another person. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Yes, good evening from here.
Good evening.
How are you?
Lord Onyibe, fine, shalom. Yeah. Lord Onyibe, I want to sing special number to this program this night. I want to give special number to this program this night. When we go to Biafra, Adamare Sopa, all the saints shall gather, and the last assembly, no more arresting, no more killing. Bye-bye to Nigeria, victory ahead, victory ahead, victory ahead, victory ahead, victory ahead. No more arresting, no more killing. Bye-bye to Nigeria, victory ahead. I remember this Okoriocha from Indiana Zone 2, Biafra province. I said, may God continue to bless you, bless our supreme leader, bless all the principal officers, continue to bless your family and the generation of Biafra. In Chiko Kabiama's name we pray.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, my Africa rep.
Good evening from here.
Once again, my name is Ekweme Okechukwu. I called you recently. I'm calling from Ghana. I'm from Obolafo in Nsukka. I called just right away. I want to drop an adage, and it goes like this: I am something. When I go into the ground, I went alone. But once I'm coming out, I come out with the children. Who am I?
Can you repeat it again?
Secondly,
I say repeat the one.
I said I'm a something.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm repeating it once again.
Yes.
I am something. When I go into the ground, I went alone. But when I'm coming out, I come out with the children. Who am I?
Go ahead. They are listening, and I want to believe somebody will be able to answer that.
Okay. Then secondly, we are two walking, and it's raining. The rain is beating my second, but me, rain is not touching me. Who am I?
Pregnant woman.
So that is the second one.
I think I know.
Hey, then you get it.
The second one, you are the pregnant woman.
Correct,
the first one, I don't know that.
Then what about the first one?
I don't know the first one, honestly. There is a limit to what I know.
Okay, then.
I want to believe other
right, then let's
answer that. Thank you very much for your contribution, my brother. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from Oka.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. I'm calling from Oka. Lady P.
Go ahead, ma.
One of our brothers said that if he plants something, when he's coming out, he will come with so many children. It's cocoyam.
And okay, so you are correct because the traditionalists on the Facebook are answering it already. Cocoyam. Correct.
Cocoyam.
Go ahead.
So thank you. Mas Onyibe ana mekene onye isi anyị Nnamdi Kanu, mekene Onyibe, mekene all the principal leaders na-edu anyị na-asị ka Chukwu duo unu n'udo na ọnwụ. Na-aga n'iru Chineke ya aga na-edu n'ọpụpụ na mbata ka Chineke nọnyere unu n'afa Jizọs. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. We must continue. And our people must understand the truth. Regarding these issues we discuss all the time. They give wisdom, they give knowledge to every one of us. Our ancestors has a way of communicating in a very subtle, just quietly they say one word and 100 things is 100 ideas and messages conveyed. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Kechku from Amsterdam. I wanted to answer the proverb that our brother gave about ihe baraka we banane oputaba oporomu we na putaba. In our language we used to call it yam. Hello, sir. Can you? Yeah, Mazoyi, I wanted to answer the brother just gave about something that went inside the ground empty-handed and came out with a lot of children. In my own place, I'm from Olu in Imo State. We used to call it yam. But I also have a proverb that used to say, "Nobuna wano nufewe ebe dinta ba kwa to atu." Achom kamado kawarom nya.
Okay, they are listening, and I want to believe somebody will respond to that. Thank you very much. And that's very parable our brother made and say, I am an object, I go to the ground alone, and I come out with plenty children. You say it's yam, right?
Yes, sir.
And I may disagree with you, because majority of the yam comes out with just one. But though they can come up more than one anyway, so you are right and you are wrong. Somebody said to me on Facebook that is cocoyam, and I will agree to that perfectly well. Somebody say it's cassava. I also agree with that perfectly well. But the point now is that it is giving us idea to understand how our ancestors actually reason. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
For your
contribution.
Yes, while we are still on this program, I will step aside a little bit to go and join one of our elders from Biafra studio, and I believe he has something to tell us. The rest of us, please stand aside while I bring in our elders. One of our elder, rather, from Biafra State, who has something to tell our people over there. Are you there? Can you hear me, Elder Abba?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you get my return?
Yes, I can hear you, but I don't think you are coming. Just go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for bringing me in, my honorable African reps. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Depending on your living zone. All Biafrans, El Haba is greeting all of you. We are steadfast. All IPO, I am greeting all of you. My greetings go to my leader, Isoku Way, Isopologa Way, Isontudio Way, Magic Kamdekano. That is the one leader. My greetings go to Uche Mefo, a deputy director, who said corruption will not encroach into his life at all in IPOD. And we are going by that order. Yes, the pressing issue concerning the young people. Before I continue, I am Elder Abba Perexe. Elder Abba Perexe is from Kodama Banai. Kodama Banai in Yenagua local government area, Biafra State. Of course, I'm an exam, and the whole Biafra land is Biafra land. The sons are Biafra, no matter what they talk. Any name they give us, we take. We have professors, we have doctors. The other pressing issue is your sons, your Biafran, both at home and diaspora. Listen to me. Our land has been made a war ground. A war ground where armories are set in places, in playgrounds, in bushes, in a filling station. The one that is around now is along Okolo. And this Okolo, Mr. Big, those who are in Yanagua, those who know the place, they know Mr. Big at Okolo. Mr. Big's Okolo, where a filling station, in fact, close to NNPC filling station, Okolo. The filling station under construction is going on there. And that filling station is owned by a Fulani man. It is still under construction. But it's not people, listen to me. That filling station owned by Fulani has become an armory. An information filtered into our newsroom, IPOB newsroom, Yenegua, said that it's a confirmed one. Why we don't confirm, we don't come out to the open field? Because the whole world is hearing. The Fulanis are bringing arms and ammunition, stockpiled there in that filling station under construction. Because it is covered. They covered the filling station. So trailers going in the night, and our IPOB security agents working day and night to see that Biafra is safe. They come up with this information that arms and ammunition are packed there, are stockpiled there. And so we are warning the Azons, the Biafra, and those who occupy Yenegoa to take note. The world should be informed. That's why I'm coming up with this information. That our own territory is now a war front. There is war in Sambisa forest. They carry Nigerian weapons to Boko Haram. Now they are bringing war equipment and materials to our Biafra lands. Last time I came onto this radio and told the world that somewhere in Bogene, near that military barracks, there is an armory. I told the world about the camp inside, the Fulani camp inside Bayelsa Farm. That is also a point of armory. They are there waiting for their command so that they will carry out their jihad war against our people, killing us as to take our land, the land God gave to our ancestors for us to live. So, I am telling informing the world to take note that whatever that happens, we must do it before time. And by the special grace of God, the God that created the heaven and earth, including Biafran, the Azons, we are waiting for that time to come. The time they prepared to take their order against us. We know that our Creator, Almighty God, will give us a way, the IPOB a way to own those ammunition, those arms. We need them. We don't have money to buy arms and ammunition. That is why they are intimidating us. Because Nigeria is for them, our oil and gas is for them. Now they want to kill us and even our land we occupy. If air was to be bought, Fulani wouldn't have allowed the Azons, the Biafrans to breathe. They would have acquired and starved all to death. Just like the time they starved our children and our people. Biafrans to death in 1970. So, that is the information I'm passing to the world. IYC, INC, the supreme body of some people worldwide. IYC worldwide. I think as I'm talking, some of you are listening to this radio. Take notes. All the community bodies, CDC, take notes. They have come. Not that they are coming. They have come to invade us and take our land. So I am telling you people, those who are saying they are Niger Delta, they are South, forgetting the fact that the previous government reminded us 1914 and 2014, they cleverly invited the whole world to come to celebrate 100 years as 2014. I think that should pass through a wise man, a wise Biafran. That it was only 2014 Nigeria came to be. So the only foolish ones, those who are gullible, those who are deprived of the stoppage of history in Nigeria, they are victims, of course. They are victims of their history. They use Nigeria, they use Niger Delta as their origin. What type of brain have they? Look at how a whole professor was humiliated yesterday in the front of the world. And these people who humiliated him do not have academic education. My director once said, and he is saying, that if you go to work for this Amajiri company called Nigeria, you must be lucky to come to shame if they don't kill you. Who killed Isaac Boro? Who killed Saruwa? Who killed Alamesia? And so many others were killed in this manner. So look at a professor humiliated and fainting in a inquiry commission. And still, some of us are still hanging on the fence and calling Nigeria. In Nigeria, I am a man of the darkness. In darkness, how can you develop? How can you develop your brain when you are in darkness? How can you get infrastructure in darkness? More especially, Niger Delta, a dark delta area, a dark water side. How can a dark water side get development? So it's a pity that I am begging all of you. CDC, all community CDCs come together. All community IYC come together. IYC, both central, north, west, east, whichever one, you are his nose. And when Fulanis are going to carry out their action, they will not look at you as a member of IYC. They will not look at you as a brother to INC. It's mass killing. And you know, of course, except you are not on earth, you know how Fulani behaves. So if we come together, togetherness, we will have that strength. And God says, if we work together and win, we can defeat. We can, because it's a chance He gave to us. That if you are still dragging this house out, like Nigeria, they will run you off. Fulanis have come. This is my message to you this night.
Thank you very much.
All of you come together. Then permit me, my African reps, to talk with my people in my dialect.
Go ahead.
Yes. It's not come from one, come in, oh, that come out the door, come in here, come out the door, I saw one eye there, it's not to get away. One bank was seen as a block of the teacher who put some of our who go back. And I don't know always are other radio Biafra extract with an operating. In a grabbing skill, and a grabbing the farm water together and operate. Now, then, a good one night, in a gua, Upulu, watching of it. Upula Mother. Consultation of Moporiani, who are no way. If we are no way, station should be a more than Mark Uku. On the commanded for the moon was a funny moon brother. I said you about a few of the and take us over by would an enemy of own. I can on so it's not to the kind of or send IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. My grandfather was a Biafra before Nigeria came. So it's our first down of Biafra coming. It's our first down of Biafra today, because of a very family, of a very characteristical. Nigeria was a very chairman. The characteristical Brimpo, Nigeria is saying, Nigeria Delta is not the team. Nigeria Delta, South are not number team. South West, wherever, not Afghan, not Central Lake, South Africa, South Central Lake, yeah, come to Kenya, Sofa. You said, Soko, Uroku, wait to not say, Nante, you. That's a great much of the Kenya Sofa, if land is home in fire. The Vietnam process, what Yamanaka, we go to a moment or the shelter is not a problem. Or pass a year, Wobo Kenya Soma, we will go to one here. That's our minimum. Nanja Delta Bay paid to Hockey Barabe, otherwise, or on Goma, Camp Amabe, Kayama Botikia, the woman in the flash power, and then the senior Fulmouth power. Nanja Delta is not to Belia. Where is not Belia? When you joke, when you is strong, I is strong of a symbol. When you go to her. British government wouldn't market on watching like they are. And whatever watching them when you get like a big government or say either the government of the enemy or marriage. And all kind of person mock before you make from that by the I ban up a very good football. They keep allow, they keep allow, keep winning. Or pass so can you swear? I you never know you said in Mama the near down swore the swata to the landing aid. Here comes and you will like back of it. Take it a shape of it. But almost so and I even them are in Mama in Mama pay of everything. Them are the water of money for Israel to me. Ukraine. Thank you for power coming on. Israel is one Israeli, Egypt, Israel, of course, upon the moon by a fire. That quarter of Bonnie, they said home is home, and they are going back to their home. Can you see that? From Ukraine, the hundreds of families back to Israel, that's the Israelites. They were only alongside in Ukraine. So home is home. So please, I am begging all of you, those Nigerians, those Niger Delta, come back home. Let's fight our home and get our own freedom. And the freedom we are talking about, when the name of Barina, the freedom, when you know, Bobo, Monana, government, and arresting me. One man that must say, Niger Delta Avengers, Niger Delta Youth, IYC, or say, but then he couldn't model in fact. You also my little party of it, who was also my brain, and the thing about IPOP. And IPOP, the one that I am following, away. So the away is only throw away. The other and the day was on the bench and rest on allow. Otherwise, well, like my wife. And then I'm what you in a body. I'm not away. But one thing for now, I see now, boss, one thing for studying out of Kenya so for it. What kind of person want me that? What kind of person want to know? The shop has seen or pass say, what can you show one man who will go back in? Nick back in my lunch, and probably a no. And in another room for Elder Abba, the Lava, then I go up Biafra. Every Islam man is Biafra man. Every Islam land is Biafra, sir. You don't like you and that. The very foul of my order. When you go to Arma, when they go move, they come what they live and do. When from yesterday, but time on crop, we must the very foul of my order. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for time.
We must continue. Of course, that is a very special report, I assume, coming from Bayelsa Elder Alba. My brother on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah.
You are a very patient man. Go ahead, please. Good evening from here.
Good evening, Onyibe.
Or rather, patient woman. Go ahead, man.
Yes, I must be patient because Biafra is my land and I love Biafra. And I love Onyibe, the way you talk and everything. God bless you. The question, the last person before our elder, Ekuo, I'll say, the meaning when birds learn how to fly without perching. That's the answer. Say no mota efewe ebegebe dinta mota bawa atogato. When birds learn how to fly without perching, then the hunter will learn how to shoot without aiming. That's the answer. Then asi ana-ebu ozu enyi n'isi ewere ọkpa akpa nkọlọ. I want them to answer me too. Ana-ebu ozu enyi n'isi ewere ọkpa achọ nkọlọ. Anyway, I can answer it too because I want Biafrans to know. Onye bu ozu enyi n'isi is like Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, Maazị Uche Mefo, Maazị Onyibe bụ ozu enyi n'isi, which is Biafra ha na-achọ. Ewere ọkpa na-akpa nkọlọ means ime listen to ndị na-efulefu na-enweghị ihe ha wụ. That is nkọlọ. Ozu enyi ha bụ n'isi now will how to make Biafra a reality. That is the ozu enyi. So nwe onye na-ebu ozu enyi n'isi ewere ọkpa akpa nkọlọ. By the way, I'm from Aruchukwu, but I'm talking from Birmingham. God bless you.
Thank you very much. But before you go, may I remind you, or should I add to what you have said? The very parable you have made actually could have a different meaning in my place.
Okay.
But the words, everything you said is the same. We will put it this way. In here, that is ishi or and whenever those words are used in my place, they are trying to tell you that don't be greedy. You have enough issue or matter on your head. Why will you be paying attention to little things? Irrelevant matter. So sometimes it could also be used when they are trying to tell somebody not to be greedy. They tell you you have enough in your head. Why are you so greedy that you are still so it's one parable that it can mean different things. And then wisdom comes in now when you are able to dissect what the word really meant to you at that very moment.
That's
and
right.
Now, if a father was talking to his son know, or a daughter know the issue that led the father to using those words. And that's child will
the
be
issue
able,
on the ground.
Yes, that child will be able to understand the message the parents are trying to convey. But somebody who is a stranger there will never know what those words were meant for.
At all.
Thank you very much.
That is why Igbo people say now, ilu bụ mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri ji. Ndị ọzọ na-aghọta ya, ọsọsọ ndị Igbo na-aghọta ya. Ilu bụ mmanụ ndị Igbo ji eri ji. God bless you so much. I love what you are doing.
Thank you very much for your contribution this evening. We must continue. Yes, a caller on the line.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I'm the first caller that called that tell you that you could not and that human being. My name is Onyibe. I'm calling from Aba. The last person that asked this question, is referred as being greedy. You have big thing, then the other small thing that you could have let go, you are still fighting over that, whereas you have a big something that is more than that. That is the meaning in our own. There is someone who onye iji mana nke ntakịrị onye nke na-enwe ihe ọwụ ka ị na-achụ. That is what it means in our phone. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our people must understand the purpose why we are bringing these ideas behind or up here is there are a lot of things we need to know. Honestly, I want you to watch the Fulani. They start arrangement in one sitting. It will carry them for the next 1 week. But the more we lose these ideas, we may lose our skill, gift of communication. One word conveying so much idea. And I think this is not something we should throw away. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Mazi George Onyibe. Good evening.
From here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, my name is Onyibe G. Okezia. I'm calling from Obiungwa Mboko Zone. Mazi George Onyibe, I'm so happy for what you are doing, and I'm so thanking our supreme leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo and every rank of officers. I'm so happy for you to bring in this our nation Biafra. I'm so happy for that. As George Onyibe, what I have to say is that you see these people what they're doing to push our people or to destroy our people, will help us to get our freedom. Because of I know that these our slave people, when they do this nonsense for this our Biafra land, God will pursue them both night and the morning and the evening. God will pursue them because of our youth is suffering. If you come this zoo, where you call Nigeria, no road, nothing. If you come that place, everybody would cry. Please, God, I'm begging God to help us. And I know that Chukwu Gadama will help us to get our freedom. Thank you, Mazi George Onyibe. But I'm so happy, and I want to greet our coordinator Chinenye. The man is powerful, and to God to go Gadama will bless him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good evening from you.
Good evening, Mazi Onyibe. This is your brother calling from Madrid, Spain. I'm Mazi Chimobi from Isialambano in Imo State, Biafra land. I just want to appreciate you. Yeah, I just want to appreciate you for the wisdom God has given to you to pioneer this program. It's a great honor. This night, I just want to throw one adage, and this for those so-called elites and the elders in Biafra land. This especially goes to them, to see the Lord, because of how they used to underrate Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and all these things. I'm a son brought up by Nzenozo, my grandfather. So his name is Ezioku Bundu, Truth is Life. And I'm saying this adage to them to understand. It goes like this: is that as so also you can use it anytime to refer to them, anytime use such a word. This is only just what I want to put on. So I don't know if you want me to translate it.
Of course, that will be helpful.
Okay. He said, if the gray hair did not see an elder, it comes to the young, it comes to the child. So that is what it is.
In other words, what wisdom are they trying to pass to us?
Yeah, the wisdom, the trouble that one thing that they could not do, then the little child, they see as a victory, you do it, you know. So they see themselves as, they see themselves as an elder, as an elite and all these things. So because of that, the child has to bow for them. But when they feel to do what they're supposed to do, the child take it over. That is why. So in other
words, there is no vacuum anywhere. If the elders fail to do what they are supposed to do, the children will do it on their behalf.
Yes, that's it.
Thank you very much.
That's it. Thank you very much. God bless you. I appreciate you so much.
My brother.
May God continue to bless you and keep Mazen Nadikano and strengthen him and give you more wisdom.
You see,
that this battle we are winning it. There's no going back because we all want to come home because we are tired of this abroad. No matter our status here. God bless you. Good night.
And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this very segment. And of course, we are not going anywhere because we are coming right back. Our sister Esther Israel on Facebook said he gives a very wonderful adage that I will want us to look at. He say, a child who sees his father in the darkness and run to climb the tree will see a ghost and embrace it. I will want you to give me the answer if you know it before we round up. A child that sees his father in the darkness and run to climb a tree will see a ghost and embrace it. If you know the answer, see if you can call and answer. Then I take the caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there, caller on WhatsApp?
Yes, Onyibe, I'm still here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, my brother, my beautiful brother. My name is Namelu Ekwenz Anthony. Are you there? I'm hearing. Yes, my brother, I want to contribute. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Coach Jabema, for guiding and protecting you people. And guiding my own, expressing my own happiness and gratitude to our able leader, Mazen Namdekano, for his great work that he has been doing for this journey, for this struggle. I am very, very happy. And I appreciate God. I thank you, all of you. Today is my first day of calling on this platform. And I want, from today, I will continue to be contributing. I just wanted to thank God and bless God, the God Almighty, Chief of Biama. Kone do one chekubunu nchanile n'ofu n'ofu. Onwere ife ọbụla ga-eme unu. Chineke ga-eburu unu ụzọ ọ ga-ekpere unu azụ. Onwere ife ga-eme unu. Botu ma ife na-ejere unu ozi, botu ma ife ma ezinụlọ unu, ma ife niile bụ ihe unu ihe ezigbo ihe unu bụ Chineke. Ihe ọbụla bụ Chineke nke dị n'eluigwe ka na-agọzi ma na-echekwa unu n'ofu n'ofu. Site n'aha Chineke, site n'aha Chukwu nke Obiama.
You say thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, a caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Yes, I think this is where we draw the curtain on this segment. Believe me, the answer to the adage coming from Sister Esther Israel that said a child who sees the father and run in the dark, a child who sees his father in the dark and run to climb the tree will see a ghost and embrace it. The meaning is, when you see your father makes mistake, if your father mistakes scares you, then you will embrace the foreign will that will kill the person. If you cannot understand or learn from your parents' mistakes, you will end up allowing the foreign culture and tradition to kill you. That is why you can see many of us who are Biafrans are busy defending what we know nothing about. That which means nothing to us. We are defending one Nigeria. We are defending one Nigeria. You are like that child that sees his father in the dark and you run to climb tree. When you suddenly see ghosts, you will embrace them. Like I said, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain for this segment. An apology to those of you I cannot take their call now. And of course, special appreciation to those of you who were able to call in and make your own contribution. Begin to communicate to one another in idiom, parable, adage to your people. I think we'll be more secured considering the situation and circumstance, the environment we have found ourselves. It's going to do us a lot good, I should tell you that. I will be signing off temporarily. Believe me, I'm not going anywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, Biafrans all over the world, America stand up! IPOB, US, America, 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 IPOB, New York, America, America, America.
Oh yes, IPOB USA, IPOB USA, and the state of New York. Just like we all know, this
information is directed to the IPOB in the United States of America. Going with all our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has recently said we must do the needful.
If you have not joined IPOB family yet, or you intend to support the struggle for the restoration of Biafra, now is the time.
To join IPOB family in the New York, please call our state coordinator, Mazi David Ezekwesili, on 832-245-5640, or the New York State Deputy,
Mazi Izu Okoli Mbadike, on 646-645-8237.
Other zone coordinators include Bronx Zone 1 and Mazi Dr. Ekweme on +164-664-43957. Mr. Obina
+192-9509-8008.
Staten Island, Mazi John on 347-203-0871.
Pastor Thomas 6462269487.
Brooklyn Zone,
Saint Abalakwe
AM on +16-46-5246.
Queens/Long Island,
Mazi Elochukwu
164-69-56-6219.
Bronx Zone 2, Wada Beatrice on 347-517-934.
Or Reverend Jeff.
You live anywhere in the U.S. and you want to join or contribute, call our National Coordinator, Dr. Okoro, or our National Deputy Coordinator, Wada Lady Prestige. Or you are a woman in the USA, you can join our Women Wing. Call Wada Mommy Okafor on 121-571-57709. Also, if you want to contribute, USA will not fail our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, or disappoint our motherland, Biafra. Or hail Biafra, Biafra, we hail you. Signed, David Ezekwesili, New York State Coordinator.
IPOB, US, America, America, America.
listening to
This is
Radio Biafra.